So I think we're probably a couple of weeks in now, and I start to think, shit. And so I started to try and cheat the weigh-ins. My mum used to use the old-fashioned kitchen scales, you know, with the weights you can get that get in pounds and ounces, where you put the weights on one end of the scale. So if you wanted to weigh like a pound of flour, I have to explain this for the people that weren't born 30 years ago. So how it used to work for electronic scales is that if you wanted to weigh out a pound of flour, you'd put this little pound weight that said 1 pound on it, and it was like this little stone that was a weight that said a pound on it. You put that on one end, and then in the bowl on the scale, you pour the flour in, and when the weight came off the floor or came off the stand it was on, when it started to hover, that meant that it was equal balanced, and that's how you knew you had a pound of flour. Anyway, so we've got these weights that my mum used for her kitchen scales, and my brainwave is to, well, I'll put these weights in my bra, and when I go up and get weighed, and sure enough, I, gained a pound. And they were like, oh, go, head in right direction. I thought, oh, phew, I got away from it. But, a part of my brain would be like, I got away with it this week. But it's going to be fine next week because I'm just going to rest and eat and that's all I'm going to do all week. So I'll definitely have gained. It's like in my head, I wasn't cheating. In my head, I was going to make it up. In my head, I was going to do it. I was very motivated to do it. But then every day I got up and I didn't change my behaviours. Every day I got up and I behaved like a person on a very extreme diet would behave. And so the weeks go by, and after a while, I've got my mum's whole scales, weights, kitchen scale weights in my bras, in my socks, in everything. And, these kitchen scales aren't designed to weigh a large amount. And so, there's not that many weights. I'd used up all the weights, and it's like not making any difference. And so I think my mum and Anna have come to the realisation this isn't happening. But then the worst part is that in the village, it's a village, all right, and it was however many years ago, 20 years ago? Yeah, about that. It's a village, and everybody knows each other in the village. And so at the beginning of it, when they just all signed over that they're going to sponsor me, people would, they walk by, they stop me. Oh, how's it going, Tabitha? How's the weight going? And then as the weeks went by, people sort of stopped. It was just awkward. It was really awkward because everybody knew about it and everybody had sponsored me and everybody was excited and it just wasn't happening. And I knew it wasn't happening. And they knew it wasn't happening. And it was horrible. It was just horrible. And I think I can't remember exactly when it was. We'd probably been at it a couple of months. And it was the day that I would usually go up to get weighed in. And I sort of went up to Anna's house at the usual time. I was like, oh, Anna, we're going to do the weigh? And she just kind of looked at me and she said, I don't think there's any point, is there really, Tabby? You're not going to do it. And I was like, no, I'm really going to try and do this. And she just looked at me and she's like, yeah, right.